What if I told you that right now, as we speak, another carrier group is moving toward the waters off Iran? Talks are still happening, sure, but the military is gearing up for a potential strike. And every single time something like this happens, every single time tension escalates in that part of the world, you know exactly what follows. Metals prices surge, fear drives money into hard assets, and the people who already have gold and silver in hand are the ones sleeping well at night. Now, before we get into everything today, I want to give a quick shout out to our sponsor. SD Bullion has something truly historic right now. The first ever 5-ounce silver maple leaf coin from the Royal Canadian Mint. This is an iconic design that collectors and stackers have loved for decades, and now it comes in a 5-ounce format for the very first time. It's exclusive to SD Bullion, so if you want one, head over to sdbullion.com. Links are down below. All right, let's get into it. So we're here at the shop, and I want to talk about what we're actually seeing on the ground right now, starting with inventory. Mercury dimes are getting hard to find. We're running low on them. And if you know anything about constitutional silver, you know Mercury dimes are one of the most popular items out there. Quarters are thin too. Roosevelt dimes, same story. The supply on these is just not what it used to be. And actually, funny enough, I grabbed some Mercury dimes today for my mother-in-law, threw $100 at it, and walked away with 18 dimes, right around spot price. And here's the thing that a lot of people don't realize. Constitutional silver is actually cheaper per ounce than rounds. You're getting more silver for your money. And there's something kind of cool about it too. The older stackers, they love it because they actually remember using this stuff as money. They remember pulling Mercury dimes and walking liberties out of their pockets. For the younger crowd, they tend to lean toward the even ounce stuff, the rounds, the bars, the clean numbers. But if you're just trying to get the most silver into your hands for the least amount of money, constitutional is the way to go right now. As far as traffic in the shop goes, it's been a little slower than the craziest days, but we're still busy. And here's what's interesting. Every time the price ticks up, sellers come flooding in. Last Friday, we had a line outside the door, people buying and selling. It's a balanced flow right now. We're not seeing the kind of madness you'd get if silver hit $100 an ounce, but the activity is steady and consistent. People are paying attention. And honestly, if you're watching this and you've been on the fence, this current dip is a gift. I really mean that. The fundamentals have not changed. Nothing has shifted. Silver is just on sale compared to where it was at the highs. Think about this for a second. For years, people in this space dreamed of $50 silver. That was the number everyone was chasing. And now we're sitting $26 above that as a floor. Let that sink in. We're building a new base right around $76 after coming down from a peak near $120. This is your second chance. This is the kind of pullback that sets up the next big move higher. If you missed the first run, the market is giving you another shot right here. Now let's talk about the other metals for a minute, because there's a really interesting story happening in platinum. Platinum was under $900 not that long ago, and now it's over $2,000. It's come down a bit from its high, but when you zoom out and look at the history, platinum has often traded higher than gold. It's significantly rarer, it's denser, and right now it's still at a discount compared to where it's been historically. There's a lot of upside potential there that people are completely ignoring. So here's a fun one. If you had to pick one metal as the best performer for 2026, what would it be? Richard, what's your pick? Richard's going with silver, and the reasoning makes a lot of sense. Silver has the most room to move. It's got the industrial demand story that just keeps getting bigger. Think about AI data centers, batteries, electrification, even weapon systems. All of that requires silver, and it's still trading under $100 an ounce while gold and platinum are in the thousands. The upside from a percentage standpoint is enormous. Harry, on the other hand, is going with platinum. And I love this pick because platinum is the sleeper. Nobody's talking about it. It quietly doubled from under 1,000 to over 2,000, and most people didn't even notice. The percentage potential is massive, and here's the thing about platinum. It's 32 times rarer than gold. It's denser than gold. It's cheaper than gold right now. And historically, it's been the more valuable metal. Think about it. When credit card companies wanted to create something more prestigious than gold, what did they call it? The platinum card. That tells you everything you need to know about how the world has traditionally viewed this metal. The problem is availability. We order platinum for the shop, but we don't stock a ton of it because the supply is so limited. Now, switching gears a bit, for those of you in the Southern California area, we're going to be at the Long Beach Coin Show, February 18th through the 20th. We'll be at Table 723, right near the PCGS area. We're going to be buying, selling, and meeting as many of you as we can. This is our first show back since we took a little hiatus, and we are fired up about it. If you're in the area, come say hello. It's going to be a great time. All right, let's come back to the geopolitical situation because this really cannot be overstated. The talks with Iran are not going well. The carrier group is moving into position. The president has signaled that help is on the way, and there's been a U.S. evacuation order. You don't issue evacuation orders and move carrier groups unless you're serious. The negotiations at this point don't feel meaningful. The military moves are telling you everything you need to know about what's actually being planned. And here's what that means for metals. Gold and silver thrive on bad news. They thrive on fear and uncertainty and the threat of war. If things escalate and gold pushes toward $5,400 or even $6,000, that kind of move could drag silver to $100, maybe even $150 an ounce, and it could happen fast. We've seen it before. When the world gets scared, hard assets become the only thing people trust. And by the time it happens, if you don't already have metal in hand, it's too late. You're not going to be able to walk into a shop and buy at today's prices when the world is on fire. And that brings me to something that happened in the shop recently that really stuck with me. A woman came in to sell some jewelry. She needed the cash, but she held on to her gold. And when I asked her about it, she told me about her grandfather. He was from Russia, and he told her, never sell your gold. He'd lived through wars, real wars, the kind where everything falls apart. And he told her that gold saved his life. When there was no food, when there was no way out, gold was what bought him survival. It bought necessities. It kept his family alive when nothing else could. And that's not just one story. Look at Venezuela. When that country collapsed, the people who had gold were the ones who made it through. Everyone else suffered. There's actually a term for it, helicopter money. You hear stories about people with a gold Rolex bribing a helicopter pilot to get their family out of a collapsing country. That's real. That happened. And the beauty of gold is that it's divisible. You can break it down into fractions and use it for whatever you need. But look, this isn't just about doomsday scenarios. Both gold and silver are smart to stack for the long term. You hold them, you build that position over time, and one day you pass them down to your kids. It's a prudent piece of any portfolio. It's insurance, it's wealth preservation. It's something tangible that has held value for thousands of years. You don't have to be a doom and gloom person to see the wisdom in owning precious metals. You just have to be paying attention. All right, that's going to wrap things up for today. Harry, thanks for being here, brother. And for the rest of you, we'll see you at the show. Take care.